Ladies and gentlemen, this is a YouTube show in which you are brought Slot Machine Sunday, Money Cards Monday, Tic Tac Tuesday, Whammy Mania Wednesday, Thundercracker Thursday, and Flinging Dice Friday and Saturday Superstarcade. Also, wrestling news from Raw, NXT 2.0, AEW Dynamite, NXT UK, Impact Wrestling, SmackDown and 205 Live, and AEW Rampage, and special episodes from Road and Up, Cyber Swaggin', and the philosophies of Lee McLeese. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the YouTube show of fun, of knowledge, strategy, luck and daring, and mental shenanigans. This is WEML-TV Channel 77. And now here's the host of the show, live from New Bedford, Massachusetts. It is none other than Eric M. Lima. Thank you very much, Mr. Announcer, for that wonderful and lovely intro. Hi, everyone. I am the five-time Bumbling Bozo's Bozy Award nominee. That's right. You're watching my YouTube show of WEML-TV, Channel 77. I'm the host of the show. Today is January 22nd, 2022, 6:30 p.m. Ladies and gentlemen, as you know, everybody's been hearing, it's all over the news, that at the East Coast, there is going to be a humongous snowstorm, a little bombogenesis, if you will. And rumor has it we may end up getting over a foot of snow. But then again, the meteorologists usually get things like this wrong sometimes. Sometimes, okay, the storm will shift and we get less. And the storm will shift there, we get more. But, you know, I pray for God's protection over us from the storm or in the storm if we have to drive in it. And there's a pretty good chance that, one, I may be at work all day Saturday, which is going to suck. And if that's the case, and because rumor has it so that is going to be you know, a pain in the butt, really, you know. So, and I may end up missing the Royal Rumble, but I'm hoping I don't. But in the worst case scenario, I'll watch it the next day or something like that. It doesn't matter. But I'm still, regardless of what happens, I'm still going to try to make an attempt to do my PTW picks and predictions for the Royal Rumble, and then do the event center. And no matter what day, you know, because like I said, my job is very high demanding sometimes. And there's been recent changes that went on, unexpected changes that happened at work. So that's going to be, you know, it's going to be crazy. This is the last full week of January. So, like, we're coming out the last weekend of January, and it's like going out with a bang, so to speak. And so I'm getting myself prepared for this, so that's going to be pretty cool. So it starts tomorrow, late tomorrow night, around between 9 and 11 o'clock, and then it'll be all day Saturday morning, unless my boss calls me up and said, well, they're closing the mall, you know, we're not doing anything, so, and plus we can't travel, so, and that could be another thing too, to bear in mind. I said, well, listen, we can't travel, we can't go anywhere, so, and I said, we're already snowed in, you know, so we'll probably get snowed in, and if that's the case, then I'm well prepared. Well, I got my, you know, meals and everything else, but I better get my orange soda out of the trunk of the car, and I'm going to do that tomorrow, or else, we're looking at some soda being stuck in the snow. Hey, there's my personal freezer, there you go, anyways, but then again, you never know. Alright, let's try to get into it right now. NXT UK, you know, this brand, people are sleeping on this brand. And here's a shocking, with all the releases that have been going on in the WWE, I'm surprised that none of the releases are coming out from NXT UK. I'm kind of wondering why, you know, and because they know, and they probably want to keep it open because, you know, the pandemic is really, they're more stricter over there in Europe than here in the States, and that could be another reason why. So, before we get going, just to let you know, like I said, and I think I just announced it when I did the NXT 2.0 Event Center, that Tommaso Ciampa will be the one joining forces with Braun Breaker in that tag team matchup against Legado del Fantasma. So that is the case. Well, a 6-man tag team matchup. This rivalry started when, when Tailman and Rohan Raj started something up with the Coffee Brothers and all that. So, and then Charlie Dempsey played a role in costing the boys a matchup. And then the Gallus, the firm, decided to even the score by costing Die Familie a chance to become #1 contenders for the NXT UK Tag Team Championships. So, which is held by Mustache Mountain. That's the team of Tyler Bate and Trent Seven. So a 6-man tag team match was made. I think I got a pimple right here on my arm. All right. So it was Die Familie, the team of Tailman, Rohan Raja, and Charlie Dempsey, going up against the Gallus boys on top. Gallus, the Coffee Brothers, Joe and Mark, and Wolfgang. It was a great fight, but in the end, Die Familie did pick up the victory. So that's a huge thing for Die Familie. Then there was a promo between two of the remaining teams in this #1 contenders tournament to decide who would face Mustache Mountain for those NXT UK tag team titles. Ashton Smith and Oliver Carter and Dave Mastiff and Jack Stars were the other team. They were promoing on each other. And I got a hunch that Mastiff and Stars are probably going to be the newest heels. Heel tag team. We don't have a lot of heel tag teams. And with Subculture being out with injuries, and I got to, sometimes I got a bad feeling that Subculture may be released. I don't know. I'm hoping not. But I like Subculture. But they're all hurt. And so I believe Mastiff and Stars may be the new heel tag team. And who knows? We got Symbiosis still running around somewhere, but they're not in the tournament anymore. And neither is the other team that Smith and Carter did defeat. Let me look back at my list here. I always, it's a good thing I take down lists. Let me see. Okay. Gonna have to go back a little bit more. Gonna have to go back a little bit more here. And, Mastiff and Stars faced Die Familie, thanks to Gallus, and they beat him. So, what was the other one? Smith and Carter, I believe. Smith and Carter. Oh, Symbiosis. That's right. So Symbiosis and Die Familie were knocked out by Smith and Carter and Stars and Mastiff, and they're cutting a promo on each other. But I can see Stars and Mastiff really go off. That's going to be something. So, and the match will be next week to decide the new #1 contenders to face Mustache Mountain for the belts. Jordan Devlin's getting ready for his empty arena match challenging Ilja Dragunov for the NXT UK Heavyweight Championship. Women's action. Jinny went one-on-one with Amale, and Jinny did pick up the victory after using her foot on the ropes, which the referee did not see. Amale's not very happy about it. She wants a rematch against Jinny. So, there you have it there. But next week, next week there will be a Japanese street fight. It's always something with me. A Japanese street fight for the NXT UK Women's Championship. Meiko Satomura will defend that title against Blair Davenport. What is a Japanese street fight? Well, we're just going to find out what that is when we tune in next week. And so that's their deal. Nathan Fraser was in the locker room being interviewed until Die Familie interrupted him, and Tailman goes, "What are you doing in my locker room?" He said, "Oh, this is your locker room now." And they start back and forth, and then Tailman said something in German to Nathan Fraser, basically said, "Beat it, get out." So, and Nathan Fraser left, and they had champagne and wine. They toasted, and they celebrated, and they hugged. Then the NXT UK Universe decided to leave the building, had to leave the building because it was an empty arena matchup. Jordan Devlin wanted it, so, and Andy Shepherd, awesome, he did his homework on this one. Last time it was an empty arena matchup. It was The Rock and Mankind for the WWE Championship back in 1999. Halftime heat. Glad Andy Shepherd was doing his homework, paying tribute to the future Rock and Sock connection at that time. These two gentlemen went at it to the point, and Ilja Dragunov puts on some great matches. The 2 matches against Walter, and now him against Devlin. I mean, I say I'm high on Dragunov. If he decides to come to the States, NXT 2.0, a lot of people are going to love him. Even if you change his name and everything else, people are going to love this kid. And I'll tell you one thing right now. I see him do that, and he hasn't changed his name in the States. You know, like Walter had to change it to Gunther. But then again, Pete Dunne didn't have to change his name. Strange, isn't it? Anyways, I like to see Dragunov come to the States. I see Dragunov, if he goes to Raw or SmackDown, he would make a great Intercontinental Champion. Unless he wants to go for the big one, I'd like to see him do that too. You know, him and Reigns would have been an excellent matchup. Anyways, these two gentlemen, it got to the point where Jordan Devlin had to cuff him, use the zip tie to cuff his hands. Despite that, he executed the Torpedo Moscow move and ended up pinning Jordan Devlin to retain his title. So Ilja Dragunov, much respect to you. All right. So that's all the time we have on this show. This is episode 621 of WEML-TV, channel 77. Actually, not 6. This is episode 921. Man, you know what it is? I'm so worried about this stupid snowstorm. And with my job, I'm getting, I don't know. It's episode 921 of WEML-TV, channel 77. Not episode 621. Episode 921. All right? And on the next episode, I want to give my Royal Rumble picks and predictions because I got a good feeling that the card is going to be the way it is. You know, if I find out any changes happening, I'll let you know on the Royal Rumble Event Center recap. All right, and I will do that. I'm hoping to watch the Royal Rumble if need be. You know, we'll see what happens. You know, I might have to go into work and battle this snowstorm, which is not going to be very easy to do. And if worst case scenario, the mall will have to be closed. That's the only thing I can think of at the moment. If it gets really, really bad, because I don't think anybody will be traveling, you know, unless by some miracle this storm decides to take a different direction and stays away from us, because that could be a possibility too. But there's lots of scenarios been going on, but chances are good, you know, too good to, you know, I don't like it, but you know what though, with the operations manager now basically retired, basically decided to retire right away, and he decided, well, and that means we have a new manager in charge, and he'll call the shots, and he'll decide what happens, because I'm telling you one thing right now, I think this is going to be something. All right, so we'll see what happens. All right, so right now NXT UK Event Center for January 27, 2022 is over. For now, episode 921. On the next episode, I'll give you my Royal Rumble PTW picks and predictions, man, because I'm watching. I was going to do it after watching SmackDown, but I figured I'd be smart about this and just you know, be safe. All right, so I'll see you guys later. Guys, have a wonderful day. Until the next episode, peace, love, God's blessings from him above, through me to you, and I'll see you in the next episode.